Hey guys, welcome back to the Geek Box for another Hitman 3, well, easy guide. And we're looking at the Hokkaido Snow Festival today, as we are coming back to it later on today for a new unlock. I'm going to go over the challenge that seems to have stumped a lot of people on this. It's the 2 special outfit challenges. So starting off, we're going to do Cutthroat, which is where you have to be as the ninja and you have to kill a target with the shuriken. And we'll also be taking along the Seeker, which we're going to use to dispose of the personal guard of the target, so we can then deal with him in our own way. Obviously with the first one as well, it is a straight up challenge of once you get it done, that's it, you don't have to finish the level or anything. For time's sake, I've cut the end of this one off, just so you haven't got to watch me run back. Then we'll be following on the second one, which is the Groom challenge, which I'll explain that as we get to that one. But on this first one, we're literally in your starting point, where the only place you can start as the ninja. I picked up the katana, but you don't even need it for this one. And just head straight down. Sure, just sneak past this guy here. He does stand there for a good few moments, so you can get past him without any consequence. Also, I'm doing this beginning part straight through, where I'm heading down and just waiting for that guard to move. There is a way of actually clearing a path if you do want to finish this, as you will need to with the Groom when we do that. So on the Groom section of this, you will actually see how I cleared that area out quickly at the start, so you can get an easy exit from the level. So you see, we're just going across here, pop into here, then wait till the guard comes back down. I'm just going to skip this bit forward, so you haven't got to watch for like the 30 seconds that he comes back, just because right behind where you're stood now there is a closet, so you can just stick his body in there. Generally you don't really get people coming down here that will see the body, but there are sometimes on this level it's like not quite a glitch, but there's a weird visual thing where they'll walk to a ledge, and even though they can't directly see where the target is or you, they still magically see through the floor or through a wall, and it's something they never really seem to have fixed. But if we head to the top, just drop down to the pipes over and then head back up on the other pipe, and this will take you to where your target's going to be. There is a lot of waiting in this one. I think for me, I got the bad side of it. It took a couple of minutes, so obviously I'm going to skip forward from that. But you'll see as your target approaches, he'll come in and just enjoy or admire this statue here, and he has got a guard with him. This is actually a unique guard as well. He's not distracted by weapons, so if you leave a weapon down before they get there to get rid of him, he'll just call another guard to come and deal with it instead. And we're going to hit him with the Seeker. So your best bet is to basically hit him as he's walking away from you, as he is a wider target. But I will say, don't worry too much. If he does get to the back end, he's at a distance where he won't actually see you using the Seeker. You just need to adjust accordingly to get the arch of your shot. I will say as well, obviously, even when he's under the Seeker influence, he will still react to coins and that. He's a bit of a weird guard, you get the odd one. So obviously just let him walk away properly first. And then we're going to use the old lure and bait technique. I actually used on this one, I think I used my 3 coins to get him across. And then remembered that if you actually wait a minute, he walks to about where he is now anyway. He saw he was about to go on his arch then, so you can actually get him in just 1 or 2 coins. But either way, you're just bringing him all the way across to your area here, because if you take him out anywhere over there, the guards that you can see in the distance on the glass bridge will spot the kill. They'll spot him going down. So, shuriken. And there you go. So you can just quit out at this point if you want, and that will basically set you to go. I mean, you can even restart the mission if you want to then move on to the next mission, as you're starting exactly the same place. So for the Groom, we're completing the contract, eliminating the target with a katana whilst distressed as the motorcyclist, only eliminating the target with no bodies found, not getting spotted, and if we do get caught by a camera, we have to erase or destroy the evidence. But the path I'm going to show you is using a lot of what we just used, so there's no cameras involved anyway for you. And again, we're taking Seeker. We're going to use the same setup as we did with the first one. We are basically just making a detour out and making sure we've got a clear path so we can get the motorcyclist outfit. So again, we're just heading down the same path. I'm just going to drop down into here. Now this is where it's going to vary. Like I said, you can do this for the other mission if you do want to get your full complete the mission, silent assassin and everything with the first part, but just knock him out as he's asleep in his chair anyway. But you want him out of the way and then retrieve the crowbar that you just picked up from the shelf to knock him out with. And then we're going to use just a good old-fashioned bit of coin luring. I'm going to speed parts of this up so you're not stood there or sat there watching this waiting for the next part of it. But chuck a coin in this corner, it will lure up the chap that you had there that was stood in that corner you snuck past originally. For those that might not be familiar with it, so I've seen a few people that haven't been fully aware of this. When a target is reaching down to pick up a coin or a gun, they basically lose all their senses. So if you lock on, the second they lean over, even though you're stood side to side with them and they would generally see you in that way throw something at them, they just come completely blind. I think it's only if you literally point a gun at them that they recognise you're there, and even then you still have to be pretty close because they're completely focused in on picking up the coin, which it might seem weird in a way, but at the same time it seems very realistic. But we're going to also use the rinse and repeat method. The helicopter pilot there will walk around and he'll come to the stairs as well. Obviously you want him A, so you can use his outfit to escape later on, and B, you just want him out of the way so you can't get spotted as you're trying to exit. Also, if you're doing this on the main mission, I'm not sure if it does it with the Snow Festival. I think it does parts of it, but not as often, where he's selling drugs to one of the guys. So obviously if you leave him around, then they'll go through that and then they'll go down to the other room and you can end up creating more of a mess for yourself than you need. So just take him out, drag his body down. Obviously the cupboard's full, so you can just leave him here. And from now we're just going to head back down like we did before, and we're going to now go and get our motorcyclist outfit. Again, this is just going straight to less patience this time, as you can see, so I just used the wall sneak. But yeah, we're going to take this guy out, and again we're just going to stick him in the cupboard as we did before. You'll notice while I'm collecting the guns as I go, that's just generally it's just bad habit for me. I like cleaning things as I go. And secondly, as I said, generally you've got your set pattern, but you do get rogue elements sometimes, which is quite infuriating in these, where you'll get a random guard that will actually take a completely different path than they do every other time, and they always happen to walk into the gun, and the last thing you want is them walking around and taking it to one of the other boxes instead of the closest one, because 9 times out of 10 they will do exactly what you think, and then the other time I'm sure you've all done it on a mission where they bug you over. But yep, now we've dealt with him, we're just going to pop up these stairs. We're going to pop champ, I'm doing a very British video. Wait till these two guys have got their backs to you. Obviously bad time for me on this one, but they generally don't spend very long in this position where they're face to face to each other. He will come round to do the other check like he is now, and that's your chance to just sneak around. So we're just going to pop round to the left. If you go through here, so obviously you'll find this is where you got the motorcyclist, which was killed in the accident outside. So as long as these two guys here are talking, they won't notice that you're behind them at all. So I like to wait a moment when they start the conversation about the tests next week, or the one starts talking about his wife. You know you're clear to sneak off again. And again with these two, just let him do his check there, wait till he walks around to the other side of the table, and again, unless you literally do something to get their attention, they just become completely oblivious to you. When the door wants to open. So I noticed this game, so I stand too close to a door, it actually won't open even when he does the action for it. But we're heading downstairs, and from here we are we're doing a rinse and reuse of walk to the wall of what we did for the Shuriken. So we're going to go back up, go at the pipe, etc. This time obviously, because doing the extra, your timing will be different. You'll see as I get up there, I actually got up there when the target was there, which reinforces what I said earlier. You'll notice the guard stood right at the back, but also if you line yourself up sort of like with that archway that's there, you can aim the seeker at him and he won't be able to see you. So you just hit him with the seeker, and then again, so we're going to use the same process as before. You'll see it's a bit later on as well now, like I said in the first part, he'll go off, but you'll see the target now actually does an arch where they walk toward you anyway. It was at this point I actually realised that I remembered that, of course, he actually does come towards you. So I didn't need to waste my coin before with it. But yep. Ping. Let me go and investigate. Also, I also like to check to make sure nobody else has been attracted by anything. And again, same old, just he goes to move away, drop the other one, and then you get your satisfaction of getting your katana kill. Obviously, as this is a full contract mission, it doesn't end there. We've got to get ourselves back out again. So, same thing, the very first part of the rain, you can dump them. If you go any further across, pretty much, you're guaranteed to be spotted by somebody. And then we just reverse course. Now, obviously, because we took those guys out earlier, this will give you a clear runway back through. It does sped up, so you'll slow watch me run through. Pop back into the room, and this is where that pilot that you took out earlier, you can... Oh, so there was a gun left behind. Grab his outfit, make sure to drop the katana. If you don't, then obviously it's a legal weapon for this outfit, you will get done for it. And there we go, simple as that. Get yourself up to the helicopter, and that's it. Silent Assassin. That's 2 challenges done for you, which I said I've seen a lot of people on Reddit and that said they had difficulty figuring out how to get this done. Obviously, using the Snow Festival is the easiest way to do it, so that just keeps it simple. And there you go, feature the Groom done, and you'll see Silent Assassin, just over 7 minutes. Well, I hope this helped you guys if you want to get these extra bits done, just to be a completionist or get the extra XP. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all out there.